On everybody, welcome to another episode of Doghouse Sessions. Joining me now is the fucking monster himself behind Defile the Crown, John Kennedy.
What's going on, Bo?
Not much, brother. So thankful to have you on the episode today. Today we're going to talk about Defile the Crown's new album, Tooth and Nail, which comes out December 10th, along with hard copies being sold at their show, along with Death Yara, Shelter for Holly, Silence Betrayal at Hooligans. What a hell of a fucking venue, man. Hooligans has been killing it this year, dude.
Hell yeah,
Line of fucking bands back to back, dude. You guys have played a decent amount of killer shows there, along with us as well.
Yeah, Johnny's a good guy, man. He's definitely knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, I know a lot of guys give that guy shit, man, but you know he's been around the block. He's been in the business for quite some time, and you know he's fair.
Yeah, me and him have played in a couple bands together, so he's a pretty cool guy, man.
That's right. That's what's up, man. I didn't even know you played a band. That's what's up, man. We'll have to dig back into that later. But so John, let's start off, man. What's the story behind Defile the Crown? How did this band become an entity? And not only that, what was the inspiration for creating this group?
It started with me and a guitar player that's not with us anymore, as far as in the band. We had been in a previous band called Sons of Sam. And Dustin, our bass player, and Frankie, our drummer, had been in a band with another guy as well. Actually, it was the guitar player for To Begin Anew, Macon.
Oh, yeah.
So they were just jamming, and they called Brandon up to come over and jam a little bit. And Frankie was like, well, I know this singer too. And they called me, and that's how that kind of started. We ended up, getting... cutting ties with Macon, and then we kind of started that little project, got it going. Dustin and Frankie said that they knew another guitar player, and that's when Brian got brought into it. And it just kept going from there, man. We ended up letting that other guitar player, Brandon, go. We're still cool with him. He's a cool guy, man. Other than that, that's how it really formed, and we started writing, and we ended up within the first few weeks we were together, we got the basis for Littered with Sins, and couldn't really go nowhere with it, so we kind of pushed it to the side, played some of the old Sons of Sam stuff that we had wrote, trying to get a bunch of shit ready for shows, and then COVID happened, so we decided to finish writing Littered with Sins and finished writing it, recorded it with the same person that we recorded the album with. We didn't use the other guy for the mixing and mastering for that. Where we recorded that, it was all mixed and mastered there. That's the version that you can hear on Spotify right now. And other than that, we went and shot a music video for that song with Jaden, and it just spitball from there, man. We've just been going ever since.
That's what's up, man. I gotta say, 2020 obviously was a rough year for all of us. Very few bands kept that energy going. You know what I mean? Besides you guys, myself, along with a few other bands that were still doing their thing as far as recording. No matter if the world has shut down just for a little bit, there was still work being put in, and I really admired that about you guys. You guys ain't four-piece band that's just together for, oh man, let's just get together, write a couple of songs, play shows. You guys are in it to win it, and that's what we're missing today. It's just people that are so fucking driven to make it about the music and not about the money. And you guys are definitely all about the music, and that's why I love and respect y'all so much. Just a simple fact that, I'll be honest with you, man. When I first heard about you guys, I checked out Unknown Entity, which was the video you guys released also with Jaden Frost. And that's what got me hooked to you guys. And I was like, man, this kind of hits home for me. You guys are from the backwoods. We from the backwoods, and you guys all, you hear your influences in your music just like we do. So it's like we're long lost brothers in a weird way, if that makes any sense. You're all the way up there towards Jacksonville. I'm all the way back here at Berea in the fucking boonies. So like we're from the woods, but we all have this passion for music, and I can say through on this new record, there's a lot of passion on this record. One thing I did notice about the record is, I love how the whole band contributes, especially I see some songs where Brian wrote some lyrics, you wrote some lyrics as well. And I really admire that, man, because it's very rare these days that it's more than just a vocalist that's writing the lyrics or a producer of some sort. So I love how you guys work together as a team, and even live, they're the same way. These guys are literally brothers, and that's something we thrive in Headtrip with, and to see it in Defile the Crown, it's fucking crazy, man. It's like, damn, where you guys been? It's like we've been around each other, but not close around each other, if that makes sense. So, these guys here, they definitely delivered not only through this record, but live as well. I definitely recommend everyone picking up that new album on December 10th. But moving forward, John, what do you do for a living, brother?
I am a correctional officer at Sampson County. Been doing that for about 7 years now.
Oh yeah, bro. I know that job's not for the faint of heart. I know you have a share of good moments, and I'm pretty sure a lot of bad moments too. I can only imagine, dude. But I give you hella credit for sticking with that, man, because patience is a big deal, and that's something that is not easy for everyone to have.
Oh yeah, man.
Good money too, man. I'm sure we're making that cha-ching. Hell yeah, you gotta have money to do what the fuck we do, bro. I hate to tell any musician, if you're gonna be in a band, you gotta spend money to live that dream, dog. It's just how it is. There's no way around it.
Yeah, most definitely.
So with music, John, obviously with work and whatnot, what do you do on your spare time? Like when you're not writing or, working, and what is something else that you're really inspired by that you put your time into as well?
Honestly, when I'm not working and playing music, I'm either spending time with my family. I've got a younger brother who's 16, so I'm spending a lot of time with him. And other than that, I'm spending time with the guys, man. When we're not playing music, like you said earlier, it's like a brotherhood, man. So we're usually together just about every weekend, either in Greenville at Brian's house or down there in Pink Hill at Frankie's, just chilling and hanging out, man.
Hell yeah, bro. That's what it's about. It's same way with us, man. Like most bands that we keep in our inner circle, like bands like A Shelter for Holly, which is on this shirt, by the way. Check them motherfuckers out. They rock. And then check out our boys over there at Death Rara, which also want to thank them for sponsoring my water bottle today. Cheers, boys. But yeah, to get a koozie from those guys or a t-shirt, and bands like that to begin anew, we've kind of become a family, man. It's so weird. It's like, in the music industry, it's so fucking hard, especially locally, for everyone to have that type of bond. And let's be real. Not everybody's gonna get that bond, and not everyone's gonna be a part of that bond. But I've noticed with you guys, including myself and my bandmates, it feels like one big family, man. And it's really fucking awesome that we can come together. And like Gym Fest recently, despite what happened with Peter's vehicle, the show itself went off without a hitch. John booked this show with Mr. Chris himself from Death Era and To Begin Anew, and did a phenomenal job, man. And I can't wait for Gym Fest too. And I hope to fucking God we're on that bitch. But I love the show. It was a great atmosphere, very welcoming. And shout out to John's parents that made sure to take care of us, make sure we were fed. Seriously, man, that fucking food was on point, especially that barbecue, son. So let me ask you this. How is the writing process created in Defile the Crown? Do you guys write together each track, or is this more of it starts with two people, does Brian, start it off? How does it, does Dustin come in with Brian? Like, how does it work exactly?
Well, we actually got asked this question about a week ago when we played in Charlotte. So it starts with, a lot of our songs start with Brian coming up with a demo. He'll demo, because Brian plays everything. But on the little garage band thing, he uses the studio drums. But
Oh yeah.
He'll get an idea. He'll put the demo down, and usually send it to us. See what we think. If we dig it, we'll move on from it and try to, come together at practice and hammer it out a little bit. Other times he'll send us the demo, and I'll dig the track, and I'll be like, dude, let's go ahead and bless you.
Thank you. I was like, fuck.
But he'll send us the demo, and if I dig the track or whatever, I'll hit him up. I'll be like, hey man, if you don't have some lyrics, or if you do, go ahead and send them to me, and I'll piggyback off of his lyrics. Or if I come up with some lyrics for that song, I'll send them to him, and he'll help do some rewrites. And then a lot of times, me and him will come together and lay down a scratch vocal track to it, and send it to the guys. And if we dig it, we roll with it. That's how pretty much that whole album was wrote.
Hell yeah. Nothing wrong with that. That's the good way to do it. A lot of bands, it starts off with someone that, either has an idea or some other person's like, yo, what do you think of this? Same thing happens with Headtrip. We always start off with myself, and then we eventually gradually work together. Or Z will send me some shit, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that? Let me write something to that, So, it's good that you guys are a team. It's very rare these days.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but
no,
I got to give y'all your props. Headtrip is a fucking phenomenal band, man.
Oh man, thank you, bro. We're okay. There's better bands, but we're okay.
Especially Zeke, man. Oh my god, that motherfucker's a beast.
Yeah, he is. I love that motherfucker, man. There's my brothers. Yeah, we honestly, man, like we love what we do. The genre of music we play, I feel like we're pretty good at what we do. So, we just do us, man, just like you guys do y'all. And I think that's why the respect is there, man. Like, you guys are your own entity. Like, you're literally, I don't know any other band that sounds and looks like Defile The Crown, And then with us, we're our own fucking thing. You know what I mean? We're heavily influenced as far as appearance-wise by, like, Mudvayne, Guar, fucking Slipknot, and, God knows, the fucking list is forever. There's, like, so many fucking bands I can list right now, but I can tell like both of our bands kind of have that one unit where it's special because not only are you getting the music, but you're getting a stage show too. It's like instead of it just being about, oh, okay, well, I put on, my pair of Converse and, my Doors shirt and I start playing a little bit of guitar, it's more of like, yo, this is metal. It's not supposed to look pretty. It's not pretty. It's in your face and we're fucking pissed. And that's what I love about you guys because we're the same fucking way, man. So, I hope one of these days I'm going to hit the boys up in Kingside Records like, yo, it's time for a world tour with your boys in Death of Uriah. Let's do it. No.
Hey, I'm down, man. That's been a dream of mine for a long time.
Bro, that'd be so fucking fun, dude. I am so for it, bro. It's just, obviously with the pandemic, got to find a good backing booking company and all that good shit these days. These days, you got to pay to play, people. That's just how it works. It fucking sucks, but that's how it works.
Between that and getting the time off from your job to go do it.
It's true. Especially when we got hella bills, mortgage payments, fucking house payments. You're like, God damn, when does it end? It never ends. It just gets worse. You just got to cope with it. That's literally adulthood. But just happy as fuck that we've been able to play some shows together, even after the pandemic. Because, I think we've only been able to play 2 shows together, if I'm correct. I believe so. It's only been 2, right? Yeah, and every time we play together. And one thing I'm going to do, you won't see it in the Doghouse Sessions episode, but I will have a new webisode for Headtrip uploaded soon of the whole performance of all of us doing Sick. So Defile The Crown did. They blistered the fucking Slipknot Sick cover. They just destroyed it, man. They were fucking on point. And they had George from Death of Uriah joined them on stage. And then later on, I got in there and did the end part with you guys. That shit was fun, man. And the video is fucking hilarious, dog. I'm going to post it because you'll see me. You know how I gave you the Corey mask, still had the Spider-Man thing on. But when we went into it, if you watch at the end of the video, I'll put the mic in the thing and I turn to look at the camera. And it's fucking hilarious, dude. You'll laugh your ass off. But I got to say, man, I know a lot of people feel weird about the mask gimmick, but you should really look into possibly getting a mask, man. You look pretty badass with a mask on stage.
Thank you, sir.
I could see it, man. I could fucking see it, dude. make your own shit and kill it.
I'd be down, man. Slipknot, as you know, we've talked about it, is one of my favorite bands, man.
Hell yeah. Suck it down, machine gun squirt smelly. But yeah, bro, I definitely think you should definitely look into that, bro. I've noticed when you put on the mask, it just brought a whole nother personality. It's like it was you, but it was like another monster came out. It was like, holy fuck. Kind of like how Michael puts on the mask in Halloween, and it's like, yo, this motherfucker's ruthless. I can see you doing it.
That's something I'll definitely look into doing, man. I've actually had thoughts of doing that because, you know, we do the whole face paint thing right now. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to really find somebody that does masks, I guess.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. And, you know, it's very doable. You know, I gotta say, speaking of masks, you know, Chris Vance, he makes some masks. He did a couple of his personal masks. And I know you wore one at the show. That motherfucker looked dope as shit that night, dude. Everybody was on point, bro. Like, everyone from, you know, obviously kicking it off with A Shelter for Holly. And then later on moving throughout the night with, you know, Defile the Crown, us, and along with Death Uriah and Solid Hollow. You know, I thought it was a pretty fun show, dude. I definitely hope we could do it again soon, but this time we get some bigger bands. It'd be fucking dope. Like, more bands, you know.
Well, I can't say too much. Well, by the time this comes out, everybody will know. But can't say too much right this second. Me and Vance are going to be making some announcements this week regarding Jim Fest 2. And there's talks of maybe it being held at Hooligans this time. So
fuck yeah. I hope to God Headtrip's on that motherfucker.
there's also talk of it being 2 nights.
Okay. Hey, that would be cool as fuck.
A Friday and a Saturday. We talked about doing a rock night and a metal night. So
fuck yeah, dude. That would be, bro. That would be fucking balls to the wall, dude. Because I mean, it was so good. I mean, I think everything went great the first time around that we did it. I mean, you know, just my experience. You know, everyone came together and fucking put in the work, and it showed, man. Because it was a good show. It was a damn good show. And shout out to Cody and Casey, man. Like, fucking hey, dude. Over to begin anew, those guys killed the sound, man. Like, it was refreshing to do a DIY show and actually hear yourself.
Yeah, I was really nervous going into that because I didn't know really how many people were going to show up, and I was going to be really disappointed if nobody showed up.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years with Defile the Crown?
Hopefully a couple albums in, for sure. I'd really love to be out on the road, man. Like that's the fucking dream. I really want to be out the road doing our thing, putting our music out there, and just having fun, man. That's the main thing.
Hell yeah. It's like, it is a business. We understand that. But if you're not fucking having fun, why even do it, man? So I agree with you 100%. And honestly, that goals is fuck, dog. Like, the moment it could be a job to where I wake up every day and play a show and, you know, I'm able to take care of my family and pay my bills with that, that's the fucking day that I'm good, bro. Like, I don't even, like, see, that's the thing. Like, a lot of bands, they're like, oh, I want to fucking go to the top, man. I want to be playing stadiums and, you know, opening for bands like Korn and Slipknot. Fuck yeah, I agree. It'd be dope as fuck. But to get to the point to where we can actually just get on the road at all and make money and take care of the things that we need to take care of, like our bills and our family, fuck, dude, that's the dream right there. Eventually we can get to that point, but fucking hey, if I get to that point, it's like, this is what it's about. You know, it's like, yeah, sure, that set's only 40 minutes, you know, 40 minutes long, but that 40 minutes is a 40 minutes of freedom. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck the bullshit, fuck the stress. Oh, you got wife problems, you got husband problems, spouse problems, work problems, family.
All your problems you're pouring into that performance.
Exactly. And, you know, and that's what I love about y'all's band too, is y'all very similar to us. You literally give it your all on that stage. If you're not leaving that stage hurting, you didn't do no fucking work. And both of our bands were fucking hurting. I think I hurt like 4 days after Gym Fest.
Yeah, man. If you go back, if somebody caught some video of it, if you go back and watch a few of the performances of where we play Silhouettes, for example, man, when we get to the end after Brian plays his solo part, I've gotten to where I will just, I don't know where it comes from, I'll just fucking punch the ever loving shit out of the floor. And I about broke my damn knuckles last time.
Hell yeah, it's that pure aggression. What was your defining moment in your life where you're like, you know what, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life?
Well, I've always listened to music and love music. I've been going to concerts and stuff ever since I was a child, man. My mom used to work for 106.5 WSFL at a New Bern.
Fuck yeah.
She was a radio DJ. So she was getting concert tickets all the time. So I would go see, I've been to Bon Jovi, Motley Crue, Prince. I've just been to a shit ton of shows over my life, man. But when I got to be about 14 or 15, I really wanted to try to put a band together. So I started doing it. At the time, I was listening to like real emo metal stuff.
Hey man, it happens.
I had the long black hair, the
it's not just a phase, Mom. It's a way of life.
Basically. But it wasn't until I was actually at a Goodwill in Jacksonville, and I picked up a CD, and the CD was that logo all in red with a bunch of numbers around it. And when I heard Slipknot's they what's the word I'm looking for, man?
Debut album?
Self-titled, yeah. So when I heard that record, man, I listened to that thing from top to bottom. I didn't know who the fuck Slipknot was at the time. And dude, that fucking album changed me. And I was like, I want to do this. And from 14 to all the way up to now, I've been trying to find that niche of what kind of music I really want to play. I've done everything from southern rock to hard rock to somewhat kind of rock metal type stuff. But this band is where this is the kind of music that I want to play. This is what I want to do.
Hell yeah, man. You know, it's fucking crazy because that was the same album that changed my life too. I mean, self-titled songs like No Life, Scissors, Tattered and Torn, just something special about this album, man. Liberate, Only One,
Purity.
so many. Oh yeah, fuck it, Purity, of course. Which, fun fact for people that don't know, Purity was not on the original album because of the lawsuit on this song. Which, come to find out, the lawsuit shouldn't even existed because it never fucking happened. But if you guys are interested in checking that story out, go to YouTube and look up Corey Taylor Court Purity. That's the best way to do it. But I agree with you, man. Self-Titled was a very strong album, especially Iowa. Both those albums were a huge influence for sure for me as well. I don't know, man. It's just people will never understand the life of a maggot, man. A lot of people think it's kind of like ICP, where you got juggalos that drink a lot of Faygo and put their hair in braids and go whoop-de whoop whoop, and that's cool and all. But with Slipknot, it's about a metal brotherhood. It's kind of like, you know what? We're fat and ugly kids, and we don't give a fuck what you think, and fuck your opinion. Fuck you. Don't ever judge me. You know what I mean? That was always the big thing with Slipknot. Don't ever fucking judge me. And I feel like our music is a piece of that, influence. And I'm proud of that, dude. Like, and I even see with you, you're proud of that. Like, you wear that shit on your sleeve just as much as I do. Like, we are not scared to admit our influences. And I think a lot of bands get mixed up where they're too focused on, well, I want my sound to be like this. I want to be the next Slipknot. We're who we are, influenced by these bands. And that's what makes you guys original as fuck, is you took something that inspired you and you turned it into something even different than what inspired you before and made it into your own thing. And I really admire that about that. And you guys will definitely hear hella Slipknot influences, along with many other band influences on this album. This album really is a good album, guys. I'm not just saying this because I'm interviewing John, but seriously, this is a really fucking good album, man. I put this right up there with Wake and Terror's Transition EP they just released. I mean, this shit is gold, dog. So if you motherfuckers at home scratching your head going, who the fuck's Defile The Crown? Stop what you're doing. Look up Unknown Entity, watch that music video, and check out this fucking album. So, John, if you could go on tour with any band, it doesn't matter if they're signed or unsigned, in the world, whether in the UK or the United States, who would it be and why?
I'm gonna go a little bit left of field here. There's a few big bands that I would want to play with, but if I had the opportunity to tour the world, with anybody, I would get a line of us locals from around here, and I would go on the road with every one of them. We just get one big fucking gig going. I would say, y'all, DOA, To Begin Anew, Wake and Terror, and even though a lot of people haven't heard them, I would say Shelter for Holly, man. They put in that work too, man.
I agree. You know, that would be a dope tour. We might be able to make this happen now.
You know me, I'm down for anything, dude.
We can do like a 2-week tour. We'll give it a test drive and see how it goes.
Hey,
That'd be dope as fuck, man. You know, I need to help Johnny see if he can help us book that shit. You know, he used to be a booking manager at one point, I believe.
Yeah.
Maybe he can help us out.
Hell yeah.
That'd be dope as fuck. You guys heard it here first. The New Values tour, baby. We're coming live.
But other than that, if I had to pick some bigger bands to play with, or even go on tour with, obviously Slipknot's one of them. I would say, Of Mice.
Oh, fuck yeah.
They're a big influence on me personally. A lot of their lyrics and stuff, I love their lyrics. Bullet, definitely. Even though they've been kind of hit or miss lately with some of their albums. There's nothing better than the old school Bullet.
Honestly, while we're on the subject, let's be real. Temper was like the only album that wasn't up to par. Ever since then, like Venom shit it all over that motherfucker, bro. Venom was, in my opinion, Venom is like one of the best albums I have heard.
See, that's why I'm glad we agree on things, because Temper, and I liked a few songs on Gravity.
Same.
But those two albums were like...
It's like Matt Tuck's solo side project.
It's like Matt Tuck,
here we go again. I'm like, no, bro. No.
Matt Tuck was just like, I think I'm going to try to make experimental shit. And just went with it.
Which, I mean, like you said, there is some good songs on Gravity. There's a couple good songs on Gravity. Honestly, just even one or two, maybe three on Temper that wasn't actually too bad.
Like the title track to that album was really good. I dug that.
I agree with you 100%, man. I think Bullet should get a lot more respect. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like the new album, I think they went more back to their roots on that album. Because you got to think, before they did the 2006 The Poison, I believe they were in a new metal band with each other. And some of that material they brought on this new album, like Knives and shit like that. And, it sounds pretty cool. It's different beast than what we're used to. But I'm hoping we get a new Axe Wound record in the future.
Hell yeah. Another band, well, the last band that I would say personally, they get a lot of shit too, but their first few albums, did wonders for me, man. When I was feeling down or something, I'd put their albums on, man. I'd be ready to go. That's Avenged Sevenfold.
Hell yeah, nothing wrong with that. I mean, honestly, their self-titled album for me was my favorite album. With Scream, A Little Piece of Heaven, that was a good fucking album, man.
Yeah. See, when I was in high school, that was during my, as we talked about earlier, my emo / metal phase. So when I heard, Unholy Confessions and Chapter 4 and all them songs, man, I was just like,
Yeah, I understand. I mean, I was the same way, bro. I mean, my main bands during that that phase was like Bullet for My Valentine. I still listen to Stain. I fucking love Stain. They were a huge influence during that point. Aaron Lewis, regardless if people love or hate him, I got major respect for that guy because he always told it like it was. No matter what the fuck, he didn't care about what you thought or someone else thought. He let that emotion out, and that really influenced me to do the same. So, love those guys. And you know what? I get shit for this too, bro. Rise Against, man. Rise Against had some good shit back in the day. You know what I mean? And then bands like My Chemical Romance and shit like that. Which, don't get me wrong, I can understand why people hate on it now, but there's a piece of silence, just like pop punk. You hear that Fat Lip by Sum 41 start playing, there's no way in fucking hell you're not going to sing those lyrics, you know what I mean? So, I understand it. I had my emo phase too.
Dude, I mean, when you look at it really, like, as far as rock and metal goes, you have, if you're not influenced by a little bit of every genre of metal and rock, there's something wrong.
Exactly. Just like regular music, like pop, rock, country. I don't even fucking like country, but I love old school country, like George Jones, Johnny Cash, even some southern rock like Travis Tritt or Bob Seger, and they're not metal, but they're great songwriters.
Dude, it ain't nothing for me to be driving around on the weekend and throwing some Skinner, man. I mean,
fuck yeah. Free as a bird now. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If Defile the Crown made a metal cover of Free Bird, I would lose my shit.
So when we first started, there was a cover that we did. I don't know if we could even still do it now because we ain't played it in so long. But we used to do a version of "Knocking on Heaven's Door" that went into Free Bird.
Fuck yeah, dude! Bring that shit back, son. I'll be over there with a line of Free Bird, yeah. That would be me, bro. So, John, with the new album coming out December 10th, what's in the works for 2022?
This is your Doghouse exclusive, my friend. We are planning on playing a shit ton of shows. Writing for our next album. Getting out and playing with our boys. Headtrip Trauma, Death Uriah to begin anew. All them boys, man. We're gonna get out and just fucking shred, man. We're gonna hopefully branch out some more, get some shows together as we're branching out. Maybe like we talked about in the interview, maybe it'll turn into something that we can all
tour
together. Hopefully so, man. I'd love it.
Fuck yeah.
But that's what we're looking at, man. We're just gonna hit the ground running and fucking go with it.
That's what's up, John. I agree 120%. Let's make that shit happen. John, where can everyone find Defile the Crown?
You can find us on all your social medias, your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all your streaming platforms, iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, all them good shits, man.
That's right. Y'all motherfuckers look our boys up. Defile the motherfucking Crown. John, it has been a pleasure to have you on Doghouse Sessions. Thank you so much for coming by. Guys, check out the new album, Tooth and Nail, coming out December 10th. And make sure you bring your ass, Jim, to the show on the 11th at Hooligans Pub in Jacksonville, North Carolina, with Defile the Crown, with Death of Uriah, Shelter for Holly, and Silence Betrayal. Check those guys out. And most importantly, leave a like and check out their social media streams underneath the bottom of the blog. I will have all the links posted. But until next time, I'm J-Dawg. That's my boy John. And this concludes the latest episode of Doghouse Sessions.